tonight's video, I'm going to be changing it up again. I'm going to make a stack of Christmas boxes, and we're going to be using a Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper and the basic white Designer Series paper to create these boxes. I saw Sam Hammond Donald's create one of these on YouTube, and I had to try it, and I didn't find it that difficult to make, so I changed the dimensions to hold my Christmas gifts. And I'm going to show you how I did that. I have a box here that is 4 inches by 2 inches by 2.5 inches, and I want to calculate my paper size to make that. I take the length of the lid, which is 4 inches, and I add the height of the lid, which is 1 inch, twice. So it's 4 inches plus 1 inch plus 1 inch, which makes it 6 inches. Then I have to take the width of the box, which is 2 inches, and the lid twice, 1 inch by 1 inch. So that would be 4 inches. So our final paper size is going to be 6 inches by 4 inches. Now to calculate the bottom of the base, we're going to take 4 inches again, and then the height, which was 2.5 inches, twice. So that would be 4 inches by 5 inches, making that 9 inches. And then on the side, it'd be 2 inches by 5 inches to make 7 inches. So the final paper size is 9 inches by 7 inches. I didn't transfer this to the metric system because all you need to do is pop your numbers in there and use that formula. Hi, I'm Joan Heberlein, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I created this video for Joan's Simple Paper of Crafts, found right here on YouTube. If you're new here, I want to thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning guest, welcome back. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below so you won't miss any videos. Now give me a second to turn the camera down so we can get started. Well, here's the Christmas boxes we're going to make today. I used some old Designer Series paper to get this done, but I wanted to make sure that the design worked. And then I did use some old dies for the Merry Christmas, but I wanted to do that so I could show you how to transfer those and get them lined up right. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we want to make the 3 boxes, and I have 2 already made. I had the first one and the third one, and this one here, the size is 4 inches by 2 inches, and the height is 2.5 inches. So that would be 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and then the height would be 6.4 centimeters. Then on the lid is done at 4 inches by 2 inches, and then 1 inch. So that would be 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters. And to do that, you need paper that is cut at 6 inches. For this piece here, you need a piece that's cut at 6 inches by 5 inches, and then you'll score it at 2.5 inches on all 4 sides, and that would be 15 centimeters by 10 centimeters and scored at 6.4 centimeters on all 4 sides. And then I'll show you how to construct the box when we get to cutting out that center one. This box size is 8 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches high, and that would be 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters here. And then this would be the same dimensions, 8 inches by 4 inches, but then it's 1 inch deep here. And that 1 inch would be 2.5 centimeters. And then to cut this out, you'd need a piece of paper that's 10 inches by 6 inches, and then you'd score it at 1 inch. And if you were using centimeters for cutting the paper, it would be 25 centimeters by 15 centimeters. And then use the 2.5 centimeters to score it. And then for this, you want a piece of basic white cardstock. That's 12 inches by 8 inches. And then you'll score it at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Or it would be 30.5 centimeters by 20 centimeters and scored at 5 centimeters. And I am going to get out our designer series paper first. And I'm going to get my trimmer. And this has the long arm on there. So you can get up to 17.5 inches or close to 44 centimeters. So what we need to do is we need to cut a piece that is 11 inches by 8 inches or 28 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Now I want to have the long ways with the stripes going the long ways. So that means if I'm going to cut it, I want to cut it 11 centimeters this way. Okay, let me get this down here so you can see the ruler. And there's 11 there. And I'm pushing the paper all the way up. And I just move my scoring blade out of the way. Because this has both the scoring blade and the trimming blade on there. And this one's the trimming blade here. This is our scoring blade. Then I have another one on here. That's another trimmer. But I have glitter written on there. And I use it for our foils and our paper that has glitter on there. Okay, so that is our 11 inches. Or 28 centimeters, and then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut 8 inches. I made a small error here. I'm using the DSP to create the bottom of the box. DSP is not strong enough to be used for the bottom portion of the box. I've looked around and I don't have any more of that paper. And yes, I completed the box before I noticed it. So what I decided to do was to deconstruct the bottom portion of the box, and then I can cut it down, and that's what you're going to see now. Well, I decided what to do is just unglue this one. So how you do that is you use your heat gun, and I have it on low, and you warm the glue up, and I use the Seal Plus if you remember. You got to keep the gun moving so you don't scorch your paper. It doesn't take long. And then you just pull it apart. I may need the gun again, so that's why I just set it aside. And yeah, I still need a little bit more. And then you gently pull this apart. There we go. So this side has glue on it yet, or the Seal Plus, and some of the Seal Plus is on this side. So I'm just rolling that off because I don't want to get the trimmer all gummed up because I have to trim this down. I don't want to get it any more gummed up than it's going to get. This is probably not what you should do. You should probably just start over, but I looked in my supplies and I do not have another piece of paper that will work well with this. So we're going to just do this real quick. I'm going to get my trimmer back up here. Okay, so I had cut this at 11 inches by 8 inches. So that would be 11 here, I believe. Yeah, that's our 11 that way. And then we needed it to be 8 inches by 5 inches. So basically what I need to do is I need to cut off all but 1 inch. So from the fold line, here's our fold line. And I'm going to cut 1 inch off from there. And I got to make sure I've got it lined up straight. So here's our fold line there, and our fold line there. If I put this on here, it should be just the fold line. Nope, sorry. I need it 1 inches from the fold line. So let me go here. There, that's better. There's our fold line down here, and the fold line is right there. So I am going to trim it at 1 inches. Okay, from there. Then we're going to pull this off, and it is sticky. I have that tape is still on the other side. Didn't go and peel all of it off. So then we want to get this on the fold line as well. So there's our 1 inch there, 1 inch here, down here. You can't see it, but I don't want to move it because I don't want things to shift. And I am just going to score it here, and I'm looking to see that it's even, and it looks like it's not. So let's see if I can't move this in a little bit. A little bit more. There. I'm lining this up here, making that even. And I have it on the 1 inch line, the fold line is. So now I should be able to score that, or trim that off. And we got that little flap up there. And then we should have this whole section here, and a little flap at the bottom. Okay, then we need to do the same thing with this one on the score line. Let's see how we're doing over here. I think we're even, so let's see if we got that again. Okay. And then one more. And let's make sure we got that on the fold line. All right. And this is even there, so let's go. Okay, get that off from there. And I'm going to pull this off because I do not want that on there any longer than it needs to be. And there's still some sticky stuff on here. Let me see if I can't get a piece off. So now let's see how even I did this. So we need to bring in our tearing tape again, or our Seal Plus. And I'm going to just redo these lines here. A little bit down there. And then we're just going to fold that back. And that one's fine. And then we just need to make sure that these meet right here. Okay, let's see. We'll fold that back. And that gets those lined up. That lined up. Oh, I probably did that off camera, didn't I? I'm just lining up these points here again. All right. Of course, we have to do the white piece yet, so we'll go and do that next. So what this paper was cut at 8 inches by 5 inches, or 20 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. And then I scored it at 1 inch, or 2.5 centimeters. And that gave you a piece when it was all scored and glued up. It comes to 6 inches by 3 inches, and then 1 inch deep, or 15 centimeters by 7.6 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. So, okay, let's get our white piece now. This is going to be 11 inches by 8 inches, or that'll be 28 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So let's see, 11 inches first. So that would be this piece here. I'm going to make sure that it's 11 inches because sometimes they're just a hair over. And it was a little bit over, so I'm glad I did that. Then we're going to trim it down to 8 inches. And 8 inches, we turn this way. And that would be 20.2 centimeters. Again, I think my measurements are wrong, so I will put them in the comment section below. So 11 by 8, then we want to score this at 2.5 inches, or that's going to be 6.4 centimeters. We'll do that on all 4 sides, and then we'll do the other 3 sides as well. I think we're done with the trimmer now. And we're going to just fold and burnish this. I'm just going to take this out of the way for right now. Then we're going to take our shears here and cut it on this line where the cross marks are. Then I'm going to cut from here at an angle all the way up to that same point. And then we'll do the same thing on this end. And then we're just going to flip it over to do this edge. We'll bring in our silicone mat, and then we can just get our glue on here. So then we're going to flip it on this side to do our gluing. We're going to use our Seal Plus again. And we do it close to the fold line, and then toward the bottom. And if it goes off the edge, I just roll it back. And this one I did pretty good, except for right here. Then we're just folded on the inside here. And let's get this one, same way. And we're just going to get these points right here at the top. Same thing down here. And I noticed I didn't trim these back. Well, it's a bigger box than the first box that I had done, so it didn't overlap. So we're okay with that. Let's bring our top back on. All right, that looks good. So we've got this one and this one. Next we want to do is to put our Merry Christmas on there. And I'm going to use our mini cut and emboss for this. And I've got some of the letters on here already. I'm not going to show you what I use because you can no longer purchase it. And let me just straighten some of these out here. And I'm doing them one at a time, meaning they're going to run through one at a time. When you do multiple ones, it messes up the mechanism that controls the weight of the roller. And we don't want that to happen, so... Okay. And let me see if I got that first one there. Okay, what we got right now... We got the M for the Mary, one of the S's, an R, a Y, so I put my first plate down, and then we use one plate number 2, and then we put down our paper, and that one. And this one. So we need another S, another R, and another T. Well, a T. We haven't had a T yet. And I'm going to line them up, and we'll come back and show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so I lined up. We still need the E and RR. And then the C and the TMAS. So I think I got most of that here. We need to come back and do another R, I believe. Let me crank this one down. I'll do one more R. Alright. And I'm just going to do another S because I'm not sure if I had enough S's there. So we'll do an R and an S. Okay, this one must have shifted because it looks a little bit flat on the one side, so we'll put that S up there. Maybe we won't need it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line all these letters up on the grid mat that's underneath this mat here. And once I get them all lined up, I'll show you how we'll get that onto our, I was going to say card, but our box. So we're going to line it up here. Let's do the Mary first. I just went over and shut off my heater because I forgot I had that on, and I don't want it to mess up the video with that noise of the heater. Here's the E, and we need 2 R's. Of course, I had the R's all lined up, and then I went to get the Y lined up, and I got it all messed up. Next, we want to take a piece of this press and seal, and I've already tore some off, and then I cut it so that it's just a little bit wider than the words that I'm trying to spell there. And I'm just going to drop it down, and I should go quick because if it goes slow, the static electricity will pick them up and shift the letters. There, that seemed to work pretty good. The E looks just a little bit crooked. Maybe the Y too. So let me see if I can't straighten out the Y. That looks okay. Then what we do next is we're going to take our box and we're going to bring these letters. I'm going to flip this over and we're going to take our glue first. And I'm going to be using our multi-purpose glue, and I have it in these bottles here. It helps when it's in these needle nose bottles so that I don't use as much glue, and I can get these fine letters here. A lot of your die cuts have little fine points, and it helps get glue into those areas as well. I'm just doing dots here. Okay, and then we're going to just flip this lid off here. And we're going to put it on the bottom portion of this card. I keep saying card, I meant box. Then I'm just going to start lifting these up from one end to the other. Sorry if my head was in there. And I'm going to just shift this Y now because it was just a little bit off-centered. And I'm going to kind of twist the E around a little bit more. So I haven't pushed these letters down firm yet because I don't want the glue to set up with them in the wrong position. And there, I think that's right. So now I'm going to press these down. And then we're going to do the Christmas next. Okay, we're going to try this again. And the A is shifted a little bit, so let's see if we can't get that back on track. I think I'm going to wait on that one until we get it inside the card. Again, I said card, inside the box. Let's get this up here. I don't know if you noticed me turn that S around because it's wider on the bottom than it is on the top. And I had the one turned upside down. Then we'll take our next box down, so the medium-sized box. We'll arrange that on here as well. I'll save this for later. It'll work on other projects. Then I'm just going to check this. I think this needs to be moved over a little bit on the bottom. And the T can probably come down a little bit. And the A needs to be shifted a little bit. Often works best to do it upside down because you can visualize it a lot easier. R seems to be a little bit crooked. I'm a perfectionist in case you haven't noticed. I think I'm going to let that go. And then we're going to just put a little glue on this eye dot, we will position it right about here. And it got way too much glue. Got a little paper towel here. I'm going to try and dab off that without leaving lint on here. Okay. Some lint from the paper towel. All right, so let's get our boxes put back together. Now, I'm going to be using these boxes for Christmas gifts, but I don't have all of them purchased yet, all the stuff, so I'm not going to put anything in the box. But I'll go ahead and put the ribbon on. Let's see if I can't get this on here. And we're going to want to put in our big box here. And let's see if I can't find my ribbon. Before I go any further, I want to let you know about the Last Chance product promotion. It started last November, the 21st, and it goes until January 3rd. And it's about the mini catalog. It has two lists. One's a retirement list and one's a carryover list. The retirement list details the products that will no longer be available once the catalog is gone. The carryover list details the products that will be moving to the upcoming catalog or the online exclusive category. You'll want to make your selections while supplies last. Okay, why don't we finish this up here? Here's my ribbon, and I have 72 inches of this ribbon already cut, and I'm using the balmy blue and white double-stitched ribbon. And if you're using the metric system, it would be 182.9 centimeters. And I'm going to stack these boxes this way, and I'm going to find the center point of this ribbon, or thereabouts anyways. And I'm going to take this ribbon, and we're going to put it right up here. Then I'm going to go below, and I'm going to just put one right here. And then I'm going to try and get this other one right here. So all those should be just about centered there. And then I'm going to bring them up above. And trying to keep the blue showing. That's why I'm keep looking on what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to go right over left. And then I'm going to make my bow. And let's see if we can't get that straightened out a little bit. There. And we'll get this lined up. And I'm just going to push the boxes down there. I hope you like this project as much as I did. Why don't you give it a try? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, would you do me a favor? Click the thumbs up emoji. That means you'll like it. And would you share it on social media with your crafting friends and pin it to Pinterest? These actions will help me to keep sharing my ideas with other crafters for free, and I'd really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below so you won't miss any future videos. If you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order or would like a catalog, hop over to my website where you'll find the Shop Now button. To shop with me, you'll need to go to joanheberlein.stampinup.net. Mark your calendars. I'll be back next Sunday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we'll go back to making a Christmas card from the new mini catalog. I'll hope you'll be here to join me. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight, and I look forward to next time. Bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe.